Good Thursday afternoon. Welcome to Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com. I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us this afternoon for Lakin Lady Bronc softball. The Lady Broncs on the home field at the North Lakin Rec Complex here in Lakin, and their opponent today is the Southwestern Heights Lady Mustangs. Due to, of course, western Kansas windy conditions, and today it's not a whole lot better. Just not a lot of dirt blowing in the air, but it is still windy here at Lakin.
Lineup for Lakin.
And
Number 2.
but we're going to try to get it in. Other than that, temperature in the low 60s,
Ariola.
and the wind out of the west-northwest at
11,
about 20
Roman
miles per
Fuller.
hour. So we're going to
20,
get things going
Lakin.
here. They're introducing the starting lineups
Number
before we
10,
get started here.
Ortiz.
And if we have a
Number
lot of background
22,
noise, I
Maltz.
apologize, but we're right underneath the speaker
3,
for
Wright.
the public address system. So
Number 24, Martinez.
we'll get by the best we can.
23, Fonseca. And number 4, Velasquez.
For Southwestern Heights, their lineup looks like this.
For
Leading off in
Southwestern
center
Heights,
field, wearing number 5, Tanya Garcia.
Number 2,
Batting second
Emma.
and pitching is Emma Stanfield.
Number 24,
Batting
Samantha.
third and playing
Number
left field is
18,
Samantha
Roxy.
Bandman.
Number 11, Lacey.
Batting fourth
Number
at
3,
first base
Amanda.
is Roxy Stone. Henry, batting eighth in right field, Reese Roberts, and batting ninth at shortstop, Adeline Woods. Lineup for the Lakin Lady Broncs. And I'll make a few more notes, and then we will have that for you. I got a couple more notes I need to make before we get set there. So the Lady Broncs taking the field. The Lady Broncs 6-4, coming off a doubleheader loss at Sublette on Monday night, losing the first game 15-0, losing in the nightcap in walkout fashion as the Lady Larks defeated Lakin by the score of 8-7. So the Lady Broncs looking to get back on track here this afternoon. Ortiz taking the circle for the Lady Broncs. Catching is Fonseca. And I'm going to step away from my microphone real quickly, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. We're ready to go. The umpire's called for batter up.
First for
And here we
Southwestern
go.
Heights, number 5, Tanya.
Lakin Lady Bronc softball live from the Lakin Rec Complex. I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Mariah Ortiz in the circle. And a soft liner into right field. Throw to first, not in time. Then Garcia with the lead here this afternoon. First pitch to Stanfield in there for a strike. I apologize for if I mess up some of our scorebook here, our scorebug, because I can't see it. It's too bright out here right now. We need a cloud so I can see our scorebug. It's awful hard to see. So we'll see what we can do and try to keep up with it. The 0-2 pitch. swung on and missed, and Stanfield down on strikes, 4-1 away. Garcia, the runner at second, stays on the pitch. That'll bring up the left fielder, Samantha Banman. Banman batting from the right side. Banman comes in batting .240 on this season, and she's hit by the first pitch. That'll bring up the first baseman, Roxy Stone.
Next up, number 18, Roxy.
Stone batting from the right side. Lacey Banman on deck. And that offering fouled back to the screen, and the count 0-2. So Mariah Ortiz has done a good job here early of getting ahead of hitters. Now she just needs to finish her off. Here's the 0-2 pitch as she looks in for the sign. Pitch is low, gets away from the catcher as the runners do advance. Oh, I have to tell you, I am so sick of wind here in western Kansas. Trying to hold on to my computer, and it's all I can do. The pitch is low and away, gets away, but the runners stay put. Two and two the count. Just missed, just a little bit low, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One thing about it, if you're going to miss, that's where you want to. There's the wind in, the payoff pitch. Ground ball towards third, bobbled. Throw to first, not in time. That'll go as an error on the third baseman. Lacey grounds it to second. Second baseman up to first in time as the run scores.
At the plate, number 3, Amanda.
Amanda Thuracue goes to third. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. The top of the first. Two runs on 1 hit. They strand a base runner, and there was 1 Lady Bronc error. After 1/2 inning, the score, Southwestern Heights 2, the Lady Broncs nothing. You're watching Lady Bronc softball on your home for Lakin High School Sports, Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. We're back after this.
Home improvements that have had to wait. The dream vacation your family deserves. Even college tuition. Garden City State Bank can help you make it all happen now, not someday. With a home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 10% of the value of your home, and the interest may be tax deductible. Plus, there are no closing costs, no application fees, and no annual fees. A fast, easy, convenient home equity line of credit from Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The dance flow silly, the ladies gon' feel me, the fellas in the back, and they twisting up a filly. Get silly, get silly, get silly.
Rolls into the batter's box for ball 2. Josiah Ortiz at the plate. Slaps it towards first. Stone off her hip. And Ortiz will be safe. Ortiz coming into that at bat, batting
Up
.679 on the season. Julia Areola coming to the bat for the Lady Broncs. And Ortiz steals that one easily. Count 1 ball, 1 strike to Areola. Julia batting .375 on the year. Lady Broncs batting .453 as a team. That pitch low. 2-1 to count. Josiah Ortiz at second base. We're in the bottom of the first. Lady Mustangs with 2 in their half of the first inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Windy day in western Kansas. What would we do without it? Josiah Ortiz. First pitch, Kinsey squares the bump. Pitch is in the dirt, and the Lady Broncs with the double steal. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch was low for ball 1. High pop foul out of play off the first base side. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Taking Bachman on deck for the Lady Broncs. Kinsey bats from the right side. Stanfield winds. And taken on the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Kinsey. Kinsey, the right fielder for Lakin. Stanfield looks in. There's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball past the third baseman, up the left field line. 1 run will score. Kinsey rounds first, on her way to second, and the second run scores as well.
Next up, take.
So Kinsey with 2 RBIs with that double. And just like that, the Lady Broncs have tied this game up at 2 apiece. Brings up Tegan Bachman. Tegan batting from the right side. Batting .682 for the season. 2 doubles, 3 triples. Has driven in 12. Has 15 hits in 22 at-bats. Has also scored 11 times. Bats from the right side. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, and the count even, 1-1. Mariah Ortiz on deck. Denfield looks in. 1-1 pitch and a line shot into shallow center. The center fielder will let it fall. Kinsey being waved around third and will score. Tegan will with the single.
At the plate,
The center
number
fielder
10,
bobble,
Mariah Ortiz.
allowing Kinsey to score on the play. That brings up Mariah Ortiz, the pitcher. Out. So they suspended the game. Tegan now caught in a rundown between second and third, and will make it back. Down is 2 balls, 1 strike to Mariah Ortiz. Brianna Holmes on deck. Ortiz, a swing and a miss, and they count. Ortiz batting 5. It looks like we might be having some connection issues. I do apologize. And the line shot over the center fielder's head and to the wall. Holmes around first on her way to second as Bachman scores easily. Brianna Holmes understand why we don't have a cell signal out here. Sarah slaps it to right field. It goes between the right fielder's legs to the fence. Sarah rounding second, on her way to third.
Next up for the Lady Broncs, Sarah Martinez.
Lady Broncs now lead it 5-2 with still one out in this inning. First pitch to Sarah Martinez is high for ball one. So I'll try to get our issues solved here. We're kind of first. Pitch taken inside for ball four. Now runners at the corners for Fonseca.
Next up, Elitza Fonseca.
Fonseca batting .667 on it. Nayeli Velasquez on deck for Lakin. Stolen base by Sarah Martinez. Swing and a miss. Count to Elitza even, 1 ball, 1 strike as the wind howls once again. Here's the wind and the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. Payoff pitch. Roller between short and third. Shortstop picks it up. Throw time. Sarah scores.
Next
Sarah
up,
Martinez
number 2,
goes to
Josiah
third.
Ortiz.
Elitza Fonseca is safe at first with the infield RBI single. That'll bring up Nayeli Velasquez. Velasquez backs from the left side. Slaps that one foul back and out of play. We count 1-0. The Lady Broncs have sent 9 ladies to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead at 6-2. Pitch was outside. Fonseca steals second. The concentration was to Sarah Martinez at third as the catcher Lacey Bandman chases her back. Swing and a miss, and I apologize, that's Josiah Ortiz. Nayeli Velasquez is not batting. She is the flex player, not in the batting lineup. A roller off the glove of the second baseman. Ortiz takes a big turn around first, but will hold up there. That goes an error on the second baseman.
Next up, number 5,
Martinez
Julia
and
Arreola.
Fonseca score on the play. And that'll bring up Julia Arreola. Arreola walked and scored earlier in the inning. Lady Broncs have batted around. High pop-up in foul ground.
At the plate, number 11, Kinsey Loman Fuller.
So that brings up Kinsey Loman Fuller. Kinsey with a 2-run double and a run scored earlier in the inning. Now bats with a runner at first, 2 outs. Southwestern Heights scored 2 in their half of the inning. Lady Broncs have come storming back. Kinsey takes that one across the belt for a strike. Ortiz with the stolen base. And it's 0-1 to the Lady Bronc right fielder. Tegan Bachman on deck if Kinsey can keep the inning alive for Lakin. High pop. Bachman with a single and a run scored. Tegan takes high for ball one. Mariah Ortiz on deck. Tegan bats from the right side. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Flared off the end of the bat and foul up taking one on the inside edge of the plate. She's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wind. Line shot into right center field. Oh, and the center fielder grabs it for the out. I thought that was going to be down into the fence. But instead, a great play by the center fielder, and that'll do it for the Lady Broncs in the first inning.
Your Lady Broncs.
Opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lakin Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
We go to the second inning. Lakin on top of the Lady Mustangs of Southwestern Heights by the score of 9-2. I know we're having some streaming issues. I apologize, but when we're on the wireless and the jetpack, don't know why it would be so, but our cell phone signal not very strong with our jetpack. So we'll try to get by and get through it best we can. Jalen McHenry will lead it off for the Lady Mustangs. She'll be followed by Reese Roberts and Adeline Woods. Mariah Ortiz back to the circle for Lakin. McHenry fouls that one back and out of play for strike one. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike to McHenry. Right now it seems like our streaming issue is solved for a little bit. Line shot into left field for a hit. McHenry at first base will stop there with the leadoff single. I'll bring up the right fielder, Reese Roberts.
Number 1, Reese.
Adeline Woods on deck. Foul ball off the end of the bat, up the first base side. Strike 1 count to Roberts. Oh, 1 in the dirt, and McHenry will go to second on the wild pitch. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, if it would stay like this for this evening, this would be great. Hardly any wind blowing right now here between the two fields. And that pitch in there for a strike to count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wind. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and 1 away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Adeline Woods.
Next up, number 12, Adeline.
Woods bats from the left side, takes the first pitch high for ball one. Yeah, right now it's the best we've seen all afternoon as far as wind goes, but I'm not going to hold my breath. We know how quickly that can change. Here's the 1-0 pitch, high, and off the glove of the catcher. And McHenry goes to third on the pass ball. And the count 2-0 to Adeline Woods. Lakin High School track teams will be at Holcomb tomorrow for the Holcomb Invitational. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low and away for ball three. That meet starting at 3 o'clock at Holcomb. Tanya Garcia on deck for the Lady Mustangs. Lady Broncs with 9 in their half of the first inning, lead at 9-2. Nice pitch on the lower outside part of the plate. And now they count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz looks in, payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And that's 2 away. Second strikeout of the inning. Third strikeout of the day for Ortiz. Brings up Tanya Garcia. Garcia led off the game with a single.
Tanya.
She did score the game's first run. And I spoke too soon for the win. Here comes again. I knew it was too good to be true. Swing and a miss. Pitch high and away, but Garcia wanted it. And the count 0-1. Swung on and missed. Ball rolls away from Fonseca, but the runner remains at third, doesn't try it. In the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emma Stanfield on deck if Garcia can keep this alive. Ground ball towards short, off the glove. Tegan picks it up. Got the throw to first, not in time.
Up next, number 2, Emma.
On the play. Emma Stanfield to the plate. First pitch is low for ball one. Samantha Bandman on deck. Foul tip. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortiz looks, here's the 1-1. That's high. Off the glove. And Garcia on her way to second on the pass ball. 2-1 to count to Emma Stanfield. Stanfield 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. Just low and outside for ball 3. We'll update our bases here. Runner at second base. We have 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Just missed for ball 4. I'll tell you what, though, give her credit to hit that spot again. She threw it twice, but I like the idea of throwing it again. Samantha Bandman to the plate. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And I'm not going to say that an umpire will give that type of call, but a lot of times, and I've known a lot of umpires over the years, but if you can hit that spot and you just missed, you hit it again, a lot of times they're going to give it to you. But that wasn't the case this time. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. But the thing about it is, that's just, little games that a good pitcher can play. It just didn't work out that time for Mariah. Roller tour ball on Lake and Bronx Sports YouTube. Don't go away.
Some commercials make it really tempting to buy cheap insurance. That's great if price is the only thing that's important to you. The agency believes cost is important, but protection is what you're really paying for. Rely on the agency to build the policy that protects your property at a price you can afford. Call the agency today at 620-355-6789.
First pitch inside and low for ball one. Emma Stanfield looking in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. So far, so good on the camera. We just don't get wide enough of an angle to get third base in there. And I figured with the way the wind was blowing in here this afternoon that we would try to show more of the right side of the field, maybe because the wind would carry the ball that way. So that's kind of how we have it set up today. But I can't, the way it's mounted at the fence, just can't get both bases in. 2-1 to count to Ortiz. Here's the wind. Pitch taken on the inside corner for a strike, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Hot shot foul past third. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Ortiz came into the afternoon batting .556. Two-two pitch fouled back. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, thank everybody for joining me here this afternoon. The first of 2 here on Lake and Bronx Sports YouTube between Lakin and Southwestern Heights. Pitch taken high and the count even, count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. High pop up on the infield. Second baseman battling the wind, can't come up with it. And Ortiz will be safe at first on the air.
Up next for Lakin, number 22, Brianna Holmes.
Gonna bring up Brianna Holmes. She'll be followed by Sarah Wright. Runner at first, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 the count. Holmes with an RBI double in the first inning. The first inning that the Lady Broncs plated 9. Here's the 0-1. Line shot, just foul up the left field line. And that was probably by a width of a softball. Oh, 0-2 the count. Holmes came into the afternoon batting .467. Finds herself down 0-2 here. Pitch from Stanfield is high for ball 1. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch high once again. And the count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Snap throw to first, into right field. That allows Mariah Ortiz to go to second. Now runner in scoring position. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brianna Holmes. Fouled back. Still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Stanfield. And that's high in the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Brianna Holmes, after falling down in the count 0-2, fouled off a couple and has worked the count full. Mariah Ortiz, the runner at second. And ball 4. Nice at bat by Brianna Holmes there. Like I said, she was down in the count 0-2, fouled a couple off,
Sarah Wright.
And was able to work it and now get the walk. So Sarah Wright up to the plate. Sarah with a RBI single her first time up. Scored 1 of the 9 runs in the first inning. Here's the first pitch to her. Pop up on the infield. The infield fly has been called. And that's 1 away. Let's bring up Sarah Martinez. Martinez walked and scored in the first. That's 1 away in the inning. Pitch high for ball 1. I apologize, I'm not keeping the balls and strikes on our screen. If I could do this without having to hold on to the computers, I would try to keep it. But keeping one hand on the computer and one trying to mark the scorebook, I'm just trying to keep the computer on the table with the wind blowing. Pitch was low and inside, ball 2 the count. Fonseca on deck for Lakin. Taking it to knees for strike 1. 2-1 to count to Sarah Martinez. Stanfield's 2-1 pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3-1 to count. Sarah taking all the way on that 3-1 pitch. Now the count full, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Line shot, but foul up the right field line. Count remains 3-2. Stanfield looking in. Here's the payoff pitch once again. Strike taken on the inside corner. And that's 2 away.
Up next, number 23, Elisa Fonseca.
Second strikeout of the game for Emma Stanfield. That brings up Elisa Fonseca. Elisa with an RBI infield single on a run scored in the first inning. With 2 on, now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Stanfield. High fly ball and is foul up the left field line. 0-1 to count. No 1-1. Strike on the inside corner. Just like that, Fonseca down in the count 0-2. Mariah Ortiz led off reached on an error to lead off the inning. Then Brianna Holmes walked. Fly ball into center field. Center fielder off her glove. Mark Ortiz around third. She will score. They'll hold Brianna at third. Elitza at first on the error. The third error of the inning for Southwestern Heights. We'll bring up Josiah Ortiz. Ortiz has reached safely twice, both coming on errors actually. Reached on an error by the first baseman in the first, and then her second at bat in the first inning reached on an error by the second baseman. So the Lady Broncs with a run across extend their lead to 10-3, and a soft liner to the second baseman, 4-3 away. That'll do it for the Lady Broncs here in the second inning. Lady Broncs 1 run, no hits. They strand 2 base runners. And at the end of 2, lead it by the score of 10-3. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Lady Broncs softball. At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassionate modern technology. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools. Roxy Sohn leads it off for the Lady Mustangs in the third inning. Lady Broncs with the 10-3 lead. Stone reached on an error her first time up, and that 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lacey Bandman on deck. She'll be followed by Amanda Thiracue. Here's the wind end to 1-1. Fouled off the first base side, out of play. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Lady Mustangs first baseman. Stone bats from the right side. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just missed inside. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Just miss, and the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz looks in. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's high for ball 4. Leadoff walk to Roxy Stone. That'll bring up Lacey Bandman.
At the plate, number 11, Lacey.
Bandman grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. Did drive in a run on the out. And a ground ball towards short. Taken up with it, flips to second in time for 1, and that's all they'll get. 6-4 on the put out of Stone for out number 1. Fielder's choice, Bandman safe at first with 1 out. That brings up Amanda Thiracue. And that's 1 out in the inning. Amanda grounded baseman to end the first inning. And flares that one off the end of the bat. Foul off the first base side for strike one. Jalen McHenry on deck. A one pitch in the dirt. Bandman goes to second on the wild pitch. In the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball off the first base side. In the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I had to count wrong. It is 1 and 2 instead of 2 and 2. Another foul towards the Lady Mustang dugout. Count remains 1 and 2. Ball skips in the dirt, rolls away from the catcher. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes as the runner advances. Mariah looks at the wristband. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 taking it to knees. And that's out number 2. 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Ortiz.
10, Jalen.
Jalen McHenry now to the plate with a runner at third, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. If you're just joining us, the Lady Mustangs with 2 in the first. The Lady Broncs answered with 9. Mustangs with 1 in the second. Lakin with 1 in the second. And that's where we stand here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch to McHenry, low for ball 1. Ortiz rocks, and that one's low and inside as well. Rolls away from Elitza, but the runner stays at third. Two balls, no strikes to count. Swung on and missed. First strike 1. Two 1 pitch. Ground ball, slow roller towards short. Bachman up with it. Throw to first in time for the out. 6-3 on the putout, and that's 3 away. So for the Lady Mustangs, no runs, no hits. They strand a base runner, and no Lakin errors. After 2.5 innings of play, the Lady Broncs 10, Lady Mustangs 3. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with more Lady Broncs softball right here on your home for Lakin High School Sports, Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Julia Ariola leading it off for the Lady Broncs in the bottom of the third. First pitch in there for a strike. And that pitch low for ball one. 1-1 to count. Kinsey Lumen Fuller on deck. She'll be followed by Tegan Bachman. Here's the 1-1. Slow roller up the third base side. Third baseman bare hands it. And the runner's safe at first. That goes an infield single for Ariola.
Up next for Lakin, number
That'll bring
11,
up Kinsey Lumen Fuller. Kinsey with a 2-run double. Her first at bat. Reached on an error by the center fielder, her second at bat in the first inning. Officially 1 for 2. Bats from the right side. Fouled off for strike one. 1-1 to count. Look, Stanfield took something off that pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Kinsey down in the count 0-2. High fly ball towards left. Off the glove of the left fielder. And runners safe at first and second for Tegan Bachman.
Number 20, Tegan Bachman.
Tegan 1 for 2. Single and run scored, a fly out. Bats with 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Pitch taken low for ball one. Line shot into center field. Center fielder will play it on a hop. Bobbled. And now they'll send Ariola home. So a single for Tegan Bachman. Kinsey stops at second. Ariola scores on the error by the center fielder. She bobbles it in center field. That'll bring up Mariah Ortiz.
It's number 10, Mariah
Ortiz 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the first. Reached on an error in the second, but did and scored a run. Lady Broncs had another run. They lead at 11-3. Still runners at first and second, nobody out. Line shot right past the pitcher. Second baseman picks it up, steps on the bag for 1. Kinsey a big turn at third. Taken down 6-4 for 1 out. Ortiz at first on the fielder's choice.
Brianna Holmes.
Now runners at first and third, 1 out for Brianna Holmes. Holmes 1 for 1, a double and a walk. An RBI and a run scored. Bree squaring the bunt on the first pitch as Ortiz steals second without a throw. One 1-0 pitch stays high and count 2-0. Sarah Wright on deck. Two balls, no strikes the count. Stanfield looking in. Pitch is low and in the dirt, ball 3. Stanfield in danger of walking the bases loaded here. 1 out in the home half of the third. Strike taken on the inside corner, 3-1 to count. Three-one pitch, and taken at the belt, and the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So just like Bree did on her last at bat, she was down in the count 0-2. Well, not just like, kind of opposite. She was 0-2, worked it full, and got the walk. This time she was up 3-0. Now here's the payoff pitch, and she swings and misses for strike 3. So a little reversal of fortunes there for Brianna Holmes. She strikes out swinging. That'll bring up Sarah Wright. Wright 1 for 2. A single in the first, an infield fly in the second. Takes the first one inside for ball 1. Sarah lines it over the shortstop into left field. Kinsey will score. Mariah will score. And Sarah Wright with the 2-run single. Her third RBI of the ball game. Sarah Wright on her way to second with the stolen base. And the first pitch missed the zone, 4-1. Sarah Martinez at the plate, looking for her first hit this afternoon. She's officially 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out looking her last time up. 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. Melissa Fonseca on deck. And looking at strike 2, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got 2 on, 2 outs. Fouls it off, stays alive. Count remains 2-2. Here we go once again. Stanfield with the pitch. Swung on and missed. And Martinez down on strikes for her second time in the contest. Come up with 3 more runs. And they lead it 13-3. Lakin with 3 runs on 3 hits. They strand 2. And 2 Lady Mustang errors. Take a break. We'll be back. You're watching Lady Bronc Softball, Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. Don't go away.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good. Ah.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 Dream Car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey.
Reese Roberts leads the Plains League doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Roberts' count goes to even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortiz looks in. 1-1. Line towards the center fielder. And off her glove. Roberts around first, on her way to second, and will be out on the throw. Well, goes an error on the center fielder, but she's out
Emily.
8-6. for out number 1. Brings up Adeline Woods. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off towards the Lady Bronc dugout. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Apologize for some of the streaming issues that we're having. Our wireless signal just not very strong. Line shot off the glove of the second baseman. I'm going to call that one a hit. That was a line shot.
Up next, number 5, Tanya.
Pitch low and inside, gets past the catcher as the runner goes to second on the wild pitch. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Swinging, strike 2. 1-2 now. Nice. 1-2 pitch, swung on for strike 3. And that's 2 outs
next,
for Emma
2,
Stanfield.
Emma.
5th strikeout of the game for Ortiz. Stanfield bats left-handed. 1 on, 2 outs now in the 4th. First pitch outside for ball 1. As the gust comes through again. So much fun. And I know you can hear it through the microphone as well that time. Funneling through here. Pitch low and outside for ball 2, 2-0. Slow roller towards second. Just in time for the out, and that'll do it. 4-3 on the putout. And for the second straight inning, the Lady Mustangs go quietly, no runs. 1 hit, a strand of base runner. And there was 1 Lady Bronc error. After 3.5, the Lady Broncs lead it 13-3. We're back.
Another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lakin on top of Southwestern Heights, 13-3. Leading it off for the Lady Broncs will be the catcher, Elitza Fonseca. She'll be followed by Josiah Ortiz and Julia Areola.
Up first for Lakin, number 23, Elitza Fonseca.
Fonseca 1 for 2. An RBI single in the first, reached on an error in the second. And a roller right back to the circle and right between the wickets. So an error on the pitcher.
Up next, number 2,
That
Josiah
brings
Ortiz.
up Josiah Ortiz.
The dance flow silly. The ladies gon' feel me. The fellas in the back, and they twisting up a belly. Get silly.
Josiah 0 for 3. Looking for her first hit. Bats from the left side. Runner off on the pitch. Will steal it easily. Bunt out in front. Stanfield's only play will be first base. Fonseca goes to third on the play.
Up next, number 5, Julia Ariola.
And that'll bring up Julia Ariola with one out. And Julia with the smash through the hole into left field, and it's past the left fielder. Ariola on her way to second base. That'll go as a single and an error. And an RBI for Ariola as Fonseca scores. Brings up Kinsey Loman Fuller. First pitch, low and inside, gets away from the catcher. Ariola on her way to third. That'll go as a wild pitch. And a 1-ball count to Kinsey. Taking Bachman on deck. Lined right back to the pitcher and thrown over the third baseman. They tried to double off Ariola. She will score on the air. That's the third error of the inning for the Lady Mustangs.
Up next, number 20, Tegan Bachman.
Kinsey lining out to the pitcher for out number 2. Now brings up Tegan Bachman with nobody on, 2 outs. Lakin with 2 runs across. Tegan 2 for 3. Takes that one high for ball 1. High fly ball towards left. And it's out of here. Tegan Bachman with the solo home run. Not much doubt on that one there.
Next at the plate for Lakin, number 10, Mariah Ortiz.
That'll bring up Mariah Ortiz. Ortiz looking for her first hit of the afternoon. Has reached twice, but still looking for that first. Motor into third. They're going to waive her. The right fielder missed the play. That'll be an error on the right fielder.
Up next,
but Ortiz
number 22, Brianna Holmes.
rounds the bases and scores. That brings up Brianna Holmes. The 4th error of the inning for Southwestern Heights. Holmes takes it to Bell for strike 1. Holmes 1 for 2, a double and a walk. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Bree fouls that one back. Count goes full, counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. If my stat sheet is correct, that's the first home run of the season for Tegan Bachman. Here's the 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and the count is full to Brianna Holmes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Lady Broncs leading at 17-3. They can come up with one more run, they could end it here. Here's the payoff pitch to Holmes. Ground ball towards short. Over to first. In time for the out, so the Lady Broncs will have to wait another inning. 6-3 on the putout. Lady Broncs with 4 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. And 4 Southwestern Heights errors. We go to the 5th inning. Score, Lakin now 17. Lady Mustangs 3. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Lakin Lady Broncs softball on Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. We're back after this. Don't go away.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at the one and only fantastic Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin.
Apologize for the dead air
First for
there,
Heights,
but with the
number
music that
24,
they're playing in
Samantha.
the loudspeaker right above us, I have to be careful. I'll get copyright infringements on our YouTube page, so I just leave it dead while the music's still playing because it is copyrighted music. So that's the reason that we keep it dead for a while. Samantha Bandman leads it off for the Lady Mustangs. She'll be followed by Roxy Stone and Lacey Bandman. Lady Broncs lead at 17-3. Pitch inside for ball 2. Strike at the knees. Count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is high for ball 2. Line shot over Tegan's head into center field. And runners at first and second. Single for Stone brings up Lacey Bandman.
Lacey.
Bandman 1 for 2. RBI single in first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Runner at first base. Runners at first and second with nobody out. And the first pitch to Bandman high for ball 1. Derek Hugh on deck for the Lady Mustangs. Pitch is high for ball 2. Pitch inside, ball 3. 3-0 the count. 4-pitch walk of the inning. Now the bases are loaded for
Up
Derek
next,
Hugh.
number 3, Amanda.
Amanda struck out looking her last time up. She's 0 for 2. Called strike. 0-1 to count. Oh, 1. Pitch taken for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jalen McHenry on deck. Pitch outside. 2-1 to count. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. High and outside for ball 3. It's on deck. Timeout on the field. Meeting at the circle is over. And the 3-0 pitch upcoming to McHenry. High for ball 4.
Up next, number Reese.
Bring up Reese Roberts. Roberts fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Adeline Woods on deck. Pitch taken for strike. 1-2 the count. One-two pitch. Got her looking. Delayed call, but a strikeout looking for out number 1. Brings up Adeline Woods.
At the plate, number 12, Adeline.
Bases loaded now, 1 out. Pitch is outside in the count 2-0. Tanya Garcia, the center fielder, at the plate. 1 pitch. High and outside for ball 3. Fouled off the end of the bat. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base. We have 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. The 9th batter to come to the plate. And that hitter.
Next up, number 24, Samantha.
That'll bring up Samantha Banman. Swing and a miss, and Banman down on strikes.
At the end of your first game, Lakin 13, Southwestern Heights 7.
So for Southwestern Heights, they come up with 7 runs on 5 hits. They strand 8 base runners. Lady Mustangs committed 10 errors in that ball game. Lady Broncs improved to 4 on the season. 17 runs on 9 hits. They strand 5 and commit 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Mariah Ortiz. And losing for Southwestern Heights as Emma Stanfield, as the Lady Mustangs fall to 1-10 on the season. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here in game number 1, and we will